Today we'll see about demand curve. So what does demand curve means? It is a graphical representation of demand schedule. Means the demand schedule is what? It is a tabular representation of the data that shows various quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy at various level of price during a given period of time, and assuming that there is no change in other factor. Okay, so demand curve what? It is an inverse relationship between quantity demanded of a commodity with its price keeping other factor constant. Means inverse relationship means what? If the price increases, demand decreases. Okay, so other factor remain constant. It can be drawn from any commodity by plotting each combination of demand schedule on a graph. So by plotting each combination of demand schedule, it can be drawn from any commodity. So like in the demand function or demand we have seen, so demand curve also it can be represented by 2 as individual demand curve, which represents refers to the graphical representation of individual demand schedule, shows independent variable on the horizontal x-axis and dependent variable on horizontal x-axis and independent variable on vertical y-axis. Okay, at each possible price there is a quantity which the consumer is willing to buy. By joining all the point we can get here individual demand curve. Next we'll see about market demand curve. So market demand curve refers to the graphical representation of market demand schedule. Okay, it is a summation of various individual demand curve by horizontal summation of individual demand curve. It is obtained by horizontal summation of individual demand curve. Okay, when we sum both the two individual demand curve, we will get as a market demand curve. Next we will see about law of demand. So what does the law of demand says? As we have come to know everything about demand, so what does law of demand says? Law of demand states inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, keeping other factor constant. Okay, so it is ceteris paribus. It is also known as first law of purchase. So what does it mean? Keeping other factor constant means it can when the price, it depends upon the price and quantity demand. If the price is more, demand is less. If the demand is price is less, demand is more. Next we'll see about what is the assumption. So price of a substitute goods do not change. Here the price of the goods never changes. Okay, price of the complementary goods remain constant. Price of the goods remain constant. Price of the complementary remain constant. Other complementary good remain constant. Income of the consumer remain the same. Here the income of the consumer remain the same. Law it state as the price of substitute good do not change. Okay, suppose if we talk about we can say price of the Coke rises, then it doesn't mean the price of the Pepsi will also rise. Price of complementary goods remain constant. So suppose the price of shoe rises, it doesn't mean the price of socks will also rise. Next, income the consumer remain the same. There is no expectation of change in price in future. It doesn't depend upon the representation of change in price in future basis. Taste and preference of the consumer also remain the same. Now what are the important facts here? We can say it is the important facts is inverse relationship. First, number one, it is inverse relationship. It states that what does inverse relationship means? It's a relationship between the price and quantity demand, as we have already come to know. If the price is more, demand is less, and if the demand is more, then the price need to reduce. But it is inverse relationship. Next is qualitative, not quantitative. That is, it indicates the direction of change in amount of demand and does not indicate the magnitude of change. Means what? It says about how much in one quantity the demand is, the quantity of a good demanded. It does not say about what is the change in the magnitude. What was before, what is the change now, what was before and what is the demand now. It doesn't show the difference. It shows what law states that how much the quantity is demanded. Next come no proportional relationship. Okay, it does not establish any proportional relationship between change in price and result change in demand. Okay, if the price rises by 10%, quantity demand may fall by any proportion. Means if the price rises by 10%, doesn't mean that the demand will fall by 10%. It can fall by 2% also, 10% also, or more than that also. Next, law of demand one-sided. Law of demand is one-sided, as it is explained. The effect of change in price on the quantity demand, as the price reflects with price. If the price is more, demand is less, so it is different one side. It depends upon the price. It states nothing about the effect of changing quantity demand on the price of the commodity. Means it is affected by the change in the price of the goods. Okay, if the price of the good rises, then demand will be go down, and if the price of the good falls down, then the demand will rise.